Okay. Let's get this party started. This party started. Let's get this party. Hey, everything looks lovely except for this one right here. Brandon! What's happening today, Mr. Brandon? You weren't here last night. What happened to you? Just kind of curious. TD East. What's happening at TD East? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Now touch me, baby. Can't you see that I am not afraid? Oh, you were. I didn't see you last night. All right, that being said, it is the tail end of the 4th of September. Can you believe that the 4th of September, the kids are back at school? My grandson is actually in the 2nd week of kindergarten. He seems to be enjoying himself. Well, alrighty then. Look at all these people joining in. Barb, Lloyd, SDQ. Something's got to say. Something I gotta say. Cool. Mindbender. Mark, how's it going? Fresh Start. RS Anna ND. R Sandan. I don't know. Some of these names. Vitro. Ish M Mi Amor. Ishar Mi Amor. Ishar Mi Amor. I have no idea. What's your thoughts on ET and FE? What is ET? ET and FE. I have no idea. All right, BK. Diago. Gregory. Muganda. Magomel. Interesting name. Poo Poo Pee Pee Hands. I know you don't do penny stocks, but I'm up over 100% on LODE. Cool beans. Rich Bruner, US Steel, got spanked today. Well, good thing I didn't jump into US Steel. Didn't think it looked very good the other day. It was on our list, but for some strange reason, it didn't quite make it over that little hump, and I don't know why that is. Let's take a quick look at US Steel, just for the fun of it. US Steel. Here's your high, here's your low, which is today, currently is. Now, we looked at it the other day, had a little bit of a drop. Bama Redneck, I'm going to send you information on device to use one camera for all websites. You know what? Bama Redneck, I actually have some broadcast software on my computer that will allow me to broadcast to all the different channels, and I wouldn't need all these different cameras. However, I have no idea how to use it. I'm a noob. How do you know when to sell? It ain't a profit until you take it. That's about all I can say. How do I turn my Charles Schwab investments into half calls? Third Eye, you really got to give me a bit more information on that, because I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. And The Wave, I'm a financial advisor. Awesome! Guess what? I am not a financial advisor. I have no freaking clue how to help whatsoever. I have a few ideas, a few outlines, but I don't have that pre-approval by Uncle Sam, which you do. Good for you. I haven't met a single financial advisor that I had any use for. Don't take it wrong, though, because I'm looking for something that they don't do. Every financial advisor I ever talk to tells me I'm crazy. Not in those exact words. They just give me that look. And you know what that look is, because I'm sure you've given it to people just like me. Buy high and sell low. That's exactly what they like to do. John, how are you doing today? Shava Healthy Gift. I have no idea what that means. Let's progress forward. Simone, what's going on with WBA? Now, Simone, I didn't see you here last night. Did you check out the? Did you check out the report? The report that. Uh-oh, Andrea did. Andrea did a cool little report on Walgreens last night, and we found out that Walgreens owns a lot of stuff. So, itchy eyes. You were here. Well, did you see it last night? Okay, I haven't looked at Walgreens, so I have no idea what it's doing today. So we're taking a look at U.S. Steel first, and then we're going to move on. But the wave, don't go away, because I want to hear some more information from you. I need help with executing an actual trades. Well, Jordan, all righty then. Darwin Lee, good evening. Bubble Bass, how about Buffalo Wild Wings? I'm pretty sure they don't have 20 years of increased dividends. Dell, been outstanding. Well, I think Dell is on the list. We're going to take a gander at it. I was waiting. You were waiting for what there, Aaron? All right, let's keep on moving. Okay, so let's take a look at U.S. Steel. Here's our high back in December. Our bottom was today, but before the bottom today, the previous bottom was way back last September. So let's take a... you're waiting for me to go live. Well, I'm here every night. Okay, Bubble Bass, you know, I honestly don't really... you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. BWLD. BWLD. It has no options, so it's going to be a no. Sorry, Bubble. I told you it was going to be a no, but you didn't want to listen. Been trying to transition my Roth to a dividend-based account. Got a few. Intel. Oh, wait. Oh, is Intel is good. SCHD, crap. Mad Mac, let's take a look at SCHD and O, and I'll tell you why they're crap, in my humble opinion, of course. But, you know, I've been doing this a long time. Intel tanked your portfolio today. Did it? INTC. Hold that thought for a second. I don't have Intel there. I don't have Intel there. And I don't have Intel at all. So, nope, Intel did absolutely nothing to my account today. I had Intel last week and the week before. But let's go back to Mad Mac, who likes O and SCHD. Now, Mad Mac, I don't like any of those. I like Intel. I don't like O, and I don't like SCHD. Let me tell you why. First off, let's take a look at O. Okay, first of all, O is at the top of its game. No, thank you. I don't buy at the high. Just don't do it. It is a monthly optionable stock. Monthly optionable stocks just don't work for me because I like weekly income, and I can't get weekly income with a monthly option. Monthly option, you can only do it once a month, which is 12 times a year. So, oh no. SCHD, same thing. It's currently at the high, and it's also a monthly, and it's also a no. Intel, on the other hand, INTC, it is a weekly, which means I can do it every single week. Now, I can go to almost any elementary school and ask, hey, is 12 better than 52? Well, I guess it depends on what you're looking at. If I'm going to collect a check, if I can get 12 checks, well, that's not good. If I can get 52, well, that's a hell of a lot better. But if I'm getting spanks and I'm getting 12 spanks, well, that's better than 52 spanks. Well, that's how we equate that one. And Aaron, no, Intel did not tank my account. I don't have any Intel this week. I got rid of my Intel, I think it was last week or the week before. Well, that being said, let's continue to take a look at why I don't like SCHD and O. Okay. Historical performance for O. Here we go. Now, O, which is O Realty, which is a REIT, okay, a real estate investment trust, whatever. Look at the dividends. They only been paying since 2019. So 2019, we're currently into 2024. So what is that, 5 years of dividends? 22, 23, 25, 26. That's it. 5 years, 3 different dividends. Means they don't increase every single year. No. But that's not the worst part of it yet. Because take a look at what O is offering. So if you invest your money into O, you're gaining 5% per year. OMG UP55, hello to you too. So if you like 5% per year, well, what are you doing here? Because we do 1% per week. Hello, sir. Who are you, country? I have no idea what that means. Who are you, country? That doesn't make sense. So anyway, Mad Mac O is offering 5.07. Now, when I say a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week, that comes to over 50% per year. And I don't know why. My country is India. Cool beans. I'm in St. Petersburg, Florida. A couple of miles from Mickey Mouse, if that makes any sense to you. But anyway, Mad Mac, 5%. Okay, I get a safe, predictable 1% per week. 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. So I'm not quite sure why you'd want to put your money into O if it's only giving you 5%. But hold on. Let's take a look at SCHD. SCHD. Well, this is even better. Check this one out. 3.4%. Explain to me in a manner in which I will understand why you think 3.4% and 5% is better than 50%. Granted, yes, you do have to do a little bit of work. I have found that people are more apt to spend more time and energy planning a family barbecue than they do with their own personal finances. They take all their money and they give it to somebody like this who gives them 3.4%. It's not that difficult. It's only 15 or 20 minutes a day. You get up first thing Monday morning and you see who is actually up for consideration for the week. You buy the stock, you sell a covered call against it. It takes less than 15 to 20 minutes, and you get 50% per year rather than 3%. Okay? Let's go back and let's move on. I don't like O and I don't like SCHD. Those are for people who do not want to take advantage of new information. Let's put it that way. Live. Bum, 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 bum. A bit. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that means, but okay. FCX, please. FCX. Okay, why are we looking at FCX? Fremont McMorran. Okay. FCX. I'm going to look at historical data because I want to see how well FCX has increased their dividends. So I want to look at dividends only, and I want to look at how many dividends they've paid out and how consistently they have paid out. 1995. 95 was 11 cents. 96, 11 cents. 97, 11 cents. 98, 3 cents. Right there's a big, huge red flag for me. Okay? Why would I want to take a look at a company who's decreasing its dividends? So it went from 11 cents down to 3, to 5, to 10, to 13, to 25, back to 13, to 25 again, to 13, to 25, to 16, to 25, to 16, to 38, to 16, to 38, to 16, to 38, to 16, to 16, to 16, to 16, to 22, to 25, to 8, to 8, to 15. Yeah, hell no. No. There's no consistency there whatsoever. Sorry, FCX is a no for me. Alrighty? 41, the 42s. Holy cow. Check that out. 2 days left, and the 42s are going for 38 cents. That's close to 1%, and there's only 2 days left, Thursday and Friday. What's next week looking at? Next week, 42s is 81 cents to 85, which is close to 2%. Well, alrighty then. Okay, granted, FCX has good dividends and good premiums, but the dividends aren't that great and they're not that consistent whatsoever. At least for me, I dropped like 6%. Okay, Aaron, Mad Mac, I have a Roth and doing this strategy is good. Good, encourage more viewers. Flipper, how is Flipper today? Intel is new deal with IBM and may help Intel. Flammable, what other platforms do you stream on? Oh, well, I got 2 channels on YouTube, 1 on Facebook, 1 on Instagram, and 1 on TikTok at the moment. Now I have other platforms that I haven't started streaming on yet because I don't know how to use the software and the other cameras that I have. There's a little bit issues on downloading their software. It's a big thing. La, 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 la. Flipper with no weeklies, so no help here. Okay. O is on the Dividend Aristocrats. Yes, it is. But I don't like it because, there's a lot of companies there's a bunch of companies that have Dividend Kings that I don't trade because they have monthlies and not weeklies. Thanks, your stream is great. Well, thank you for that. I'm trying to improve. I'm sure. Do you mind looking? Do I mind looking? Okay, I have no mind. NEM, William, how are you today? NEM, save me, NEM. I'll get you, my pretty. All right, NEM, looking at the high, the low, where was it, where is it? Now, NEM, as much as I like it, it's currently too close to the high for me at this point in time. I bought Think Hot stock in the 80s, took the certificates, they went private. How do I get my money? Ooh, Mark, I honestly couldn't tell you about that one. Sorry. All right, what are you saying here, Flipper? Hold on a second. Give us that spreadsheet with this 5% and over dividend yields. You can find that right on, what do you call that? FinViz. Mad Mac, covered calls. You're doing options. Well, of course, why not? The only way I can get a safe 1% per week. Coles is on my list. Roper, I'm curious. Is your goal to get 1% of your account value each week, or are you referring? No, Reaper, you're actually right. I look to get 1% value of my account every week. Now, you're new here, so let me just show you something real quick. Maybe it might be interesting to you. Okay, account number 1. Okay, I actually share all my trades with you guys on these 3 accounts. Okay, now I have 6 different accounts, but I only share 3. Okay. Starting account at the beginning of the year. This year I started every single year. 117. So $117,000 I started up the year with that account. So let's go all the way back to January, the beginning of January. Okay, so week number 1. Okay, you see the date right here? 1/2/24. That's January 2nd. Okay, here's the time. Here's what the trade was. Macy's, General Motors, Ford, CVS. Okay, what did I make the very first week of the year? Well, I made 2.12%. Now, when I say I have $117,000 in this account, well, as you can see, I made $2,468. Okay, the very next week I made $1,502. Okay, oh, look at this one. This is a bummer. Week 3, I only made $987. Okay, it was 0.85%. Not quite 1% that week. But for the most part, hola, amigo, ¿qué pasa? Pablo. All right, let's keep going. So yeah, Roper, my goal is 1% of my account. Now, I have 98% of all my money in the account invested at all times. The reason being is when you do a covered call, all right, well, this account here has it's up to 140, I believe now, because it was 117 at the beginning of the year. All right. The beginning of a year, January 1st, is 117,000. Okay, and then in July I put in another 21,000. So now the current balance is 142. But I've already taken out over $30,000. This is the account I take money out every week. Cough drops aren't helping. If I'm coughing while I'm sucking on a cough drop, that tells you the cough drop's not working. All right. Let's get back to the share. Roper, to each stock you purchase, getting 1% on that investment. All right, Roper, not each one. Okay, sometimes Abelmal. All right. Roper. Abelmal. I bought it at $90.78 towards the end of August. This week I only got $1.49 a share. Well, that's more than 1%. That wasn't the one. Okay, hold on. Coles. 23.23 got $1.08. MPW 16. Okay, there's got to be one in here I didn't make money on. Win. Here we go. All right. Okay, Roper, check out this one right here. Win. WYNN. I've had it since May. Okay, I'm into it at 87. I sold the 79 calls and I only brought in 40 cents a share. That is 0.5%. Okay, so I brought in 0.5% on this position. But this position, this position, and this position, I got more than 2%. So it doesn't always work at 1%, but it averages out to 1% per week. Okay, so let's go back here for a second. As you can currently see, account 1 is up over 50%. Account 2 is up over 70% so far since the beginning of the year. Account number 3, which started in July, is up over 10%. July. Okay. Hassan Flipper. I'd like to know, with a holiday Monday, a huge sell-off yesterday, and a red day today, how you get 1%. CVS. Let's get rid of that. All right, you ready? Dun 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 dun. Bum bum bum. All right, Flipper, you ready? Do you see the date? Today's the 4th, the 28th, which was last week. I sold the September 6th, which is this Friday, for 79 cents a share. My cost, my average price is $59.87. Okay? I sold this on, well, actually, I rolled this over last week, and I got 79 cents a share. Well, 79 cents a share on a $59 stock is well over 1%. Ace, how you doing? That's that one. Next on the list is Halliburton. Okay? Halliburton on the 4th. The average price is 32. I sold the 30s at 24. All right, that's a little bit less than 1%. Well, that one didn't work. CVS was more. Coles. Coles, my average price is $20.50. I sold the 20 calls at 68 cents a share. Well, I sold some for 75, some for 65, and some for 68. All well over 3%. On Coles, I make over 3% on Coles. Okay, let's keep going. Marathon, which was today. I rolled it forward for next week. Okay, my average price on Marathon is $19.25. And I sold the 16 calls for next week at 58. Well, that's more than 2%. Okay? I can keep going because they're all basically the same. MPW, okay, I jumped in at 442. I sold the 450s for 13 cents. Now, I know 13 cents doesn't sound like a lot, okay? But 13 cents is 3% of that. So, no, they all don't make 1%. Some make 1%, some make less than 1, some make more than 2 or 3. It all averages out to 1%. So, Flipper, yeah, I did make over 1% for the week. I can show you all of them. They're all there. Okay, Macy's. Okay, Macy's is horrible. Here's a good one for you, Flipper. You ready? I got Macy's at $16.50. That's the average price because I dollar cost averaged down 3 times. But I only got 8 cents a share. Now, 8 cents a share is 0.5%. Okay, but look at Marathon. Marathon, I jumped in at $18.13. But look at, I got 40 cents a share for the premium, which is more than 2%. Okay, so it doesn't always work out, but it does average out to over 1%. This is why people pay to be in the morning trading group. So they can actually see all these trades as I am doing them. All right, let's get back to where we were. Hassenpfeffer. You want to take a look at Halliburton. Halliburton's at $29.55 at the moment. All right, here's our high back in October. Our bottom is today. Here's where we were a year ago at 40. Now we're at 29. So at 29.55, the 29.50s for this week, there's only 2 days left for this week, so it's not really worth a whole hell of a lot of money. That's understandable. So we'll take a look at next week's 29.50s are going for 56 cents a share, which is a little bit less than 2% if you like Halliburton. So let's take a look at Halliburton. A year ago, we're at 40.56. Okay, 40.56. The high of the year, we have a double high at 43.88. Okay, that was back at the end of October. She goes down, she goes back up, she goes down. Look at the last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago, we're at 31. She goes sideways. Look at the slow incline to the 30-day high, which was last Monday, and that was 32.50. Now from 32.50, she drops and drops and drops, and now the bottom's at 29.20, which is today. Now, it's not quite enough for me to want to jump in. Now I already have some Halliburton. I don't want to buy any more until it turns around. So I'm going to be watching this next week. I'm going to cross off Halliburton for this week, and we're going to put it on for next week. Because what I want to see, I missed some questions over here, so give me a second while I go take a look at the questions on YouTube. What do we got? Ace, Sala, oh, I'm the mom. Well, I'm a mom. Okay. Ace, interesting. You got to stop saying that and really got to pay attention to what we're doing. Hey, how's it going? Someone, how are you? Sarah, if we are any good at this, would you be here on live trying to teach Down syndrome people? Well, Sarah, I have no idea who's actually watching or who's on the other end of this. So if a Down syndrome person is on the other end watching me, well, hopefully I'm entertaining enough to keep them happy, so to speak. Okay, now my nephew is Down syndrome. Okay, he's a 300-pound 3-year-old. Okay, 300-pound 3-year-old. He's taller than me, and he is bigger than me. Okay, I think he's like 30, 34, 35, but he's got the mentality of a 3-year-old. So I don't understand why somebody like that would watch something like this. And it is what it is, so that's a you thing. Okay, I just hear, and I'm not trying to teach anybody, I'm just documenting my life for my grandchildren. When I am long gone, they'll have a video archive of their grandfather. That's the reason why I'm doing this. All right, that being said, let's keep on going. Okay, we just looked at Halliburton. If you like Halliburton, me personally, now I do have some Halliburton. I would like the dollar cost average down on Halliburton, but I can't. Joe Sullivan, how are you doing today? Estee Lauder, I have some Estee Lauder, and my Estee Lauder is down. But give me a second, let me write these down. FL, UPS, and BA. FL, UPS, and BA. All right. So as I was saying about Halliburton, right now, here we are, the new 30-day bottom. I'm going to sit and wait. Sarah, yes, but I like money and no employment. Well, Sarah, there's always something you can do. No matter what your situation is, there's always someone willing to help out someone in your situation. You just have to look deep and hard enough. Okay? There is always a way. All right? Now, I don't want to give you sad sob stories about people in worse condition than you, worse situations than you that figured out a way how to do it. There's always a way. It's your story. You got to tell it. If you're telling it in chapters of woe is me and everyone's against me and you should feel sorry for me, that's one thing. But if you want to come at it as a point of view of enlightenment, trying to encourage other people in your similar situation, well, great. Find a place to make a stand and do whatever it takes in order to get where you want to go. It is what it is. You are, okay, the guy upstairs never gives you an obstacle that you cannot handle. Okay? So he throws something at you and he wants to see how you can do it. It's up to you to figure it out. You either figure it out or you just go with the flow, whichever is easiest. It is easier to go with the tide than it is to go against the tide. But going with the tide, you're not going to get to where you want to go. Hopefully that, I don't know if that's going to help you out or not, but let me get back to what I'm doing. But if you want to chat sometime, I'm more than happy to chat. All right, back to Halliburton. As I'm saying, I want to wait to find the bottom. To find the bottom of Halliburton, I like 2 days to the upside. 2 days to the upside, it could be tomorrow, and it could be Friday. I don't know. We will see how it plays out. All right, Redneck. NEM has really bad dividend history. Okay, then we probably won't be doing that. Roper, Where was I? Oh, I missed a lot of, okay, here we go. Roper gets 1% premium, so stock price not relevant, just a bonus. Thank you, Redneck, 100% true. Tyrese, brother, how are you today? How long you hold the stock? As few days as possible. Ideally, best case scenario, 5 days. Buy on a Monday, get rid of it on a Friday. Perfect. Okay, doing covered calls. You like that? Covered calls are the best. Covered calls are simple and they're safe. That's what I like about them. Tyrese Abdul Rahim likes to hold only 5 days, but will sell. Okay, hold on. What? But will never sell at a loss. Thank you, Redneck. You're right. CF Industries. Flipper. CF Industries. Interesting. 80 bucks. The 80 is going for 80 cents a share. Cool beans. Get you some mullein tea. Ooh, mullein tea. Yes. I did some reading on that one, but I haven't been able to find it. Where was it? Mullein tea. Mullein tea. Mullein tea. Nick Spano. GE don't like spiders. Okay, nope, I don't like spiders. Let's keep going. Own the stocks. Tyrese, yep. Helps with respiratory issues. Yes, it does. There's a bunch of other things that help with respiratory issues. I have what's called post-nasal drip syndrome. It just keeps going. It just doesn't stop. There's got to be something to do it. And I don't like medication. Okay, not pharmaceuticals anyway. But, what do you call that? Holistic? Yes. I will go out in the garden, I'll pull weeds, and I'll eat weeds, and I'll boil weeds, and I will not do pharmaceuticals. Terribly sorry. How am I doing today? If it wasn't for the cough, I'd be doing perfect. And my van had a little bit of an issue today. Went down to help out my kids on the way back, make a little bit of noise in the brakes. So I said, nah, I'll leave the car down there, and I'll have to go back and get it Friday. Is what it is. But you know what? I bought it for $300 9 years ago, and I've driven it back and forth from Florida to Massachusetts to Maine to Massachusetts to Florida, all over the place. And I must have like maybe $2,000 into it, but that thing just doesn't want to die. And it's not a spot of rust on it. All right. I'm talking about buying Tuesday. Okay. Please explain how you open and then close a covered call. I recall you saying you need close two. All right, William, hold on. We're going to do one. Let me get through some of these questions first, William, and then we'll actually do a couple of trades and you can actually see how they work. All right. If you sell a stock, do you get benefits from selling and the profit or just profit? Pool Boy Chagi. Is that Chagi? Is that right? Okay. Scooter, sir, I always appreciate the direction you give me as my financial advisor. Literally can't lose with it. Okay, Scooter, you really got to stop saying that I'm your financial advisor because I'm really not. I'm basically a nobody. The only license I possess is a license to, well, I have 2 licenses. License to drive and a license to drive my mother crazy. Anyway, William, remind me, we'll go over some of the actual trades and you can see how they play out. Sheesh, how are you today? When winter comes, I don't mind holding Halliburton. Okay. If you buy a stock, if you buy 100 and do a covered call at 101, you get the premium and the profit, right? John Husky. Hello, James. Hope your day's going well. My day's going, you know what? You get to a certain point in life, any day above ground is a good day. That's the way I look at it. Riley. Ooh, we're going to write Riley down because you're not the only one who likes Riley. Is Doc here tonight? I didn't see Doc sign in yet. Maybe stick with socks. Yeah, maybe. What do you think about American Airlines, AAL? AAL, American Airlines. We'll check a look at it. Thoughts on QXO? I can tell you no right now. Okay, let's take a look. QXO. No. There you go. Was that quick or what? Number one, I don't like monthly optionable stocks because they just don't pay the same. Now, let's put it to you this way. If I have 300 stocks that keep me perfectly fine where I want to be. Now, where I want to be, I want to get on my computer 15, 20 minutes tops every day. I look at a good quality stock, I buy it, I sell somebody the rights through what is called a covered call. It is simple, it is safe, it is predictable, and it is consistent. Now, I grew up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, so I'm one of those Generation X people you call. We really don't care about your feelings, and we really don't care about authority. We don't. We would prefer to be left alone, okay? Now, I personally do not want to do any extra work. You can call me lazy if you like, but I've been working since 1973 when I was just, I think it was 8 or 9 years old. I got my very first job, okay? Working at Old Man Simmons' farm. And you can imagine what you do on a farm. You got the chickens, you got the cows. We didn't have any pigs, though. Acres and acres of corn, fields and fields of pumpkins and blue hubbards, tomatoes up the yin-yang, corn, all this stuff. And we had to go out into the woods, cut down trees, cut the firewood, chop it, and then load it up the truck, and then deliver it to people's houses. It was a lot of work for an 8-year-old. So I did that for like 2 or 3 years with Old Man Simmons. That was my very first job. So forgive me if I want to be a little lazy. So if you're asking me to look at new stocks that don't fit, okay? If the shoe don't fit, don't buy it. Okay, QXO doesn't fit. I like 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. It is that simple. I like a company that's consistently profitable. At least 20 years of consistent profits. How can you figure that out? Well, the dividend is a portion of the profits that go back to the investors. That's you and me. So if a company is consistently increasing their dividends every single year, year after year after year after year, well, logic and reason and common sense will tell you that they must be continuously profitable. And if they are continuously profitable, that's where I want my money. Okay? So if a company doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options, I don't want any extra work looking at something that I'm not going to actually invest in. Okay? Mullion Tea on Amazon. We'll take a look at that one. Darbin Lee. Oh, come on, get back over here. Where are they? Andrea, how are you? Hey, James, I believe AAP is near a low and US Steel dropping. Yep, I saw US Steel a little while ago. Now, we didn't jump fully into US Steel. So I'm going to take a look at US Steel. And what did you just say? Advanced Auto Parts. Okay, we'll take a look at Advanced Auto Parts also. I like Advanced Auto Parts and I like US Steel. Okay, US Steel has been around for over 100 years. I don't think they're going anywhere. Darbenley, my stepfather works there. They are working on lab contracts at the moment. Okay, Jonathan Floyd, how are you today? Andrea, no dividends, American Airlines. Do you still sell options? Now, Andrea, I prefer companies that have dividends. Okay, so no, I don't think I've ever bought American Airlines. Now, I know I got Southwest Airlines. JP Morgan, Topol, how are you this evening? JPM. Okay, you guys, you do realize I have like 70 stocks to take a look at, and you guys keep throwing more at me. All right, isn't it weird? Heinz Ketchup went down into EX date and up after. Yeah, that is weird. All right, American Airlines, from last I checked, and the stock does not even pay monthly dividends. Okay. Gallant, lately it's been all weird. Yes, it has. JWN, Travis likes Nordstrom's. JWN. I just heard American Airlines a lot, and from owning it, I know they don't pay dividends. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do. Keep up the good work. Well, Topal, thank you very much. I'm out of questions. Woohoo! Let's get back to looking at some stocks. If you guys hold up on the questions, we have about, all right, check it out. We have all of these, all of those, and all of those. Okay, so if you guys stop with all, adding more, we can get through some of them. Okay, some of them are really good. Next on the list is Macy's. All right, Macy's. I love Macy's. It's my favorite stock of the year so far. Here we go. Here's the high. Here's the high was in March. The low was, look, we got triple bottom. September, October, and November. Okay, currently we're at 1530. Okay, great. 1530. 1530 to 1550 is going for 9 cents for this week. There's only 2 days left. It's not really a good idea. Grady Brooks, what's this? What's this? What's this? There's something in the air. What's this? What's this? There's white stuff everywhere. What is this? Who knows what that came from? Anybody? Anybody know? Anybody? Anybody at all? Bueller? Anyway, so this week it doesn't really look that good. So let's not look at this week's because there's only 2 days left. Let's look. Let's look at next week's, which is the 13th. Nightmare Before Christmas. Woohoo! You're absolutely right. Hey, Robert Tamas. Okay, Darbenley, PLTN. No. Sorry. Wait a minute. PLTR's a no. What the heck is PLTNT? PLNT. What is that? I've never heard of it. Now, usually, Darbenley, when I say I've never heard of it, usually it's going to be a no. Okay? But we'll look at it. Because you've been throwing out stuff the past couple of days. Some of them are good, some of them are not. But we'll take a look. With just 2 days left, would it be good to do just a 9-day? Yeah, it would be better off. Flipper, we're just talking about that. Yeah, Planet Fitness is going to be a no. Grady Books, what's the graphs? The graphs, hold on a second, we're going to hold these questions. The graphs, well, right over here, it's not a graph. This is what we call a stock chart. And this is a 1-year stock chart on Macy's. Okay, Macy's, Macy's New Year's Parade, Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, Macy's New Year's Day Parade, Macy's Easter Parade, Macy's 4th of July Parade. Macy's is the clothing store. They're all over the place. They've been in business for over 100 years. This is their stock chart. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where we are right now. If we buy it first thing in the morning, 15.35, the 15s are going for 49, not quite there. The 1550s, 24, nice. I like the 1550s over 1%. That's what we're looking to do. We're looking to get a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks, companies we know of. Planet Fitness has not been around long enough. Sorry, Darbenly, I'm going to cross that one off the list because I know for a fact Planet Fitness has not been around for 20 years. Oh, gotcha. Way to go, Grady Brooks. Okay, where did my cap go? Uh-oh. Yeah. All right. Let's keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Got to get the best. Okay, so let's take a better look at Macy's because we like the numbers. Okay, the numbers are giving us over 1% if we bought it first thing in the morning. Sold covered call for next week. That's over 1%. I like over 1%. A year ago, we were at 12.17. Got a triple bottom at 10.57. That was in September, October, and November. Hit it 3 times. The top of the year, 22.12, and that was in the middle of March. Check out this drop. Now, I remember when they had this drop. Okay, we're here at 1950, and then we dropped down here to 1650, and everyone started panicking. Now, the reason why Macy's is all over the place is I believe they had 4 buyout offers since the beginning of the year, 4 of them. As far as I know, they walked away from all 4 because apparently nobody is giving them what they want. I remember the one in January, I think it was January or February. They were offered like $22 a share, and they said, hell no, we will buy back the shares at 24. I actually owned the shares at that time at 21. I said, cool, they're gonna buy them back at 24. I'm all for that. Don't you hate it when you get cough drops that just don't work? Okay, Ricola. Cough drops and sore throats. I wonder what my throat would feel like if I didn't take them. Okay, so let's keep on going. All right. The last 30 days. 30 days ago was the 30-day bottom at 1450. She jumps up to 18. Then she had a big drop down. Now we're sitting at 1530. Our 30-day bottom's here, but guess what? After tomorrow, that's going to disappear. And then we're going to have this as a 30-day bottom. Okay? So it's still kind of low, waiting to fill up this gap here going to the upside. I like Macy's. They've been around for over 100 years. They ain't going anywhere. Redneck. With American Airlines, I will buy because I know the government will step in and keep them going. Yes, but interesting. Uh-oh. I heard Costco splitting soon. What do I think? Costco. C-O-S-T. Okay. Well, they need to split because not very many people can afford $890 a share. Okay, Costco is way out of my price range. I don't even look at it because, in my humble opinion, it's a waste of time because it's something I will never look at. Also, way too close to the high for me. Okay, do we really want to look at it? 890, the 890s are going for 13, which is more than 1%. Consider taking a look at it. Okay, GUD XM, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have to go backwards, and I don't like going backwards. GUD XM, I don't know where it is. No dividends. Topol. I will buy some, but I don't think they will get low enough for the poors. Oh, redneck, you know that hurts. I'm 100% honest. I cannot afford, well, I could, but I'm not going to, $890 a share. Just doesn't make sense to me. It's too far of a drop. So for the fun of it, let's go to here. COST. Now, I own some shares in my Roth IRA. Cool beans. So let's, for the fun of it, let's pick on this stock for just a little bit. Okay, redneck, you think it's a good deal, okay, and you're thinking you want to buy some. But look at the dividend they're offering. $890 a share. They're offering $1.16 a share as a dividend. You can get that from Microsoft, which is half the price. Okay, Costco has been paying dividends for 20 years. Look, 2004 is the first time. Well, we're in 2024. That's 20 years of dividends. Let's see if they increased. Well, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16, 18, 21, 24, 28, 31, 36, 40, 45, 50, 57, 65, 70, 79, 90, 102, 116. Well, they have been increasing for the 20 years. Cool beans. Now, before I say yippee yay, let's take a look at this quick summary. Oh my goodness. Okay. Redneck, you buy some of this crap, I'm going to lose respect for you. Seriously. Look at the premium. Look at the dividend they're offering. 0.5% a year. 0.5% per year. 0.53. Please tell me you're smarter than putting money into something that offers 0.5% per year. That's horrible. But wait, I got some more to look up. The statistics. Let's find exactly what the book value on this thing is. All right. Well, now that seems fair, doesn't it? $890 a share, and it's only really worth $49 a share. So what is the book value, you may ask? The book value is if a federal judge comes in and say, you guys need to liquidate and pay off all your debts. That means all the money to you get the balance sheet. What do they own? What do they owe? So once you get that all together and they do a liquidation sale, sell off everything, they are $890 per share is only actually worth $49 a share. Yeah, no thank you. Okay, so let's keep on keeping on. All right, next on the list, Kohl's is doing good for the last 2 weeks. Well, good, I just took a look at it, and yeah, it's at the high of the year. That's going to be a no. All right, and it's way out of my price range. The premiums are nice, but the book value is absolutely horrible. The dividends aren't that great. It's not illegal if you don't get caught. I have no idea what we're talking about. It's not illegal if you don't get caught. All right, Topol. Now, you're saying you have some Costco in your account. Okay, my assumption is if you have it in your Roth IRA, you probably had it for a while. So let me give you my opinion on a few things. Number one, it ain't a profit until you take it. Just because it looks good on paper doesn't mean it's any good. And here's better. Here's better. You're going to love this one. Are you ready? If Kamala Harris gets involved and she gets elected, she wants to tax unrealized gains. What does that mean? Well, that Costco that you have in your account, whatever you bought it for, and the current price, the difference between what you bought it for and its current price, you got to pay taxes on, whether you take it or not. That part fries my ass. Because if I buy a stock, let's say you bought it a couple of years ago, even at the beginning of the year. Let's say you bought it at the beginning of the year. Okay, a year ago today it was at $540. Okay, $540 a year ago. Now it is up to $890. Well, that is $300 per share that you gotta pay 45% tax on if Kamala Harris gets elected. She wants to tax unrealized gains. What the hell is that about? Anyway, I hope she doesn't get elected. Not that I like Donny Boy, but I do, but it's not the point. Nice too rich for me. I only buy shares in lots of 10. Okay. So I'm probably out, but maybe. Oh, redneck, I would really, really lose just a little bit of respect for you if you buy a turd like that. The only reason why I'm calling it a turd is because the book value is in the 40s. Okay? In the 40s. The stock is $890, but the book value is in the 40s. And the rate of return, if you buy it and hold it for the year, is 0.5%. I have never bought a share of anything. Am I missing out? Well, Grady Brooks, let's touch on that for a second. At this point in your life, I have no idea how old you are. But at some point, you are going to retire. And as a fellow human being, we are the only species on this planet that has to pay to be here. So someone is footing the bill for you to exist. The clothes you wear, the electricity you use, the car you drive, the food you eat, the house in which you sleep, the bed in which you sleep on, all that kind of stuff. Money's got to come from somewhere. So, if you work for a living, some of that money should go into an investment, some type of investment, either do it yourself or give it to someone else to do it for you. So at some point in time, some of your money will be going into the stock market, either directly or indirectly. But that's where it's going, because that's what our country is based on, the economy. People going to work every day. That's what the government and the powers that be want to rely on, us going to work. Let's get off that subject and let's move on to the next stock. LG. Ooh, I like LG. Great singer. Oh my God, I'm horrible. All right, I'm gonna go back. Oh, I'm missing all these questions. You had a sore throat for the last 6 months. Well, that's only because you've been paying attention the last 6 months. I've had this thing for the past few years. Is Ford undervalued? A teaspoon of honey? Yeah, I've had plenty of honey. As a matter of fact, I put honey in all my drinks. Okay, so I'm drinking water and honey. It goes down easier. And I'll drink a few of these a day. Water and honey. All right. Anyway, it helps. Journey in whiskey. Is Ford undervalued? I'm not 100% sure. Let's take a quick look at Ford. Yep, just a smidge. Now, Ford's book value is around $14 a share. Well, the stock price is $10.95 a share. Now, we've been waiting for Ford to become more affordable, not the dollar value of its stock, but I'm saying is if I'm buying it for $10.95, the closest strike price is going to be the 11. But the 11 is going for 20 cents. That's nice. I like that. Let's take a good look at Ford. Okay, here's our high. Here's our low. Here's where it was. Here's where we are now. So let's take a quick gander and see where she's going. Voila, Haiti. I have no idea what that means. Guyane. I have no idea what that means either. All right. Do you core or swing trade? Let's operate. I have no idea what you mean by that. Blee cheese. Chi. Okay, you guys got to come up with some things I understand. Okay? Let's operate. Do I core or swing trade? I have no idea what that means. But alrighty. Oh, so we're looking at Ford at the moment. Now, who asked me about my sore throat? I'm not used to talking so much. Real men fly through windshields. Okay, well, I'm not a real man then because I've never flew through a windshield. Sorry. Check it out. Someone gave me a flower. Woohoo! Thank you. All right, so let's take a look at Ford. Last year, this time, 12 months ago, $12.05. The top of the year for Ford was 14.85, and that was in the middle of July. A couple of weeks later, the beginning of August, we're at the bottom at 9.53. Well, check out the chart. Here we are, beginning of August. Nice upward movement. Now we're just going sideways. And we're sitting at $10.95. Well, great. If I buy it first thing tomorrow morning at $10.95 and I sell an $11 call strike, I'm getting close to 2%. Sorry, I got to go check this question over here. All right. Lula M, I don't understand anything you just wrote. Okay? I don't know if you understand what I am saying, but it is the English language. And if you cannot speak or write or type the English language, Chitahay. See, I don't understand that stuff. Okay? I have no idea where you guys are from, but I only communicate in the English language. Terribly sorry. Okay? It is what it is. Let's operate, not here. Okay, what are we talking about? All right. All right. So let's stick with Ford. No idea what that means either. If I like Ford, I can buy it tomorrow morning at $10.95. I can sell the 11 and collect 20 cents a share. 20 cents a share on an $11 stock. That makes me excited. Let's find out exactly what it is. 20 cents a share divided by $11 is 1.8%. I'm having trouble understanding myself. Grady, I hear you. Okay, so 1.8%. Think about that. And it's Ford. Ford is a worldwide known brand. Everybody's heard of Ford. Okay, it's kind of like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, Ford, Chevy. Okay, worldwide names. Okay, I like Ford. As a matter of fact, at $11 a share, I'll put it on my list. Where do we find covered call charts? William, there's no such thing as a covered call chart, as far as I know. Okay, the way you find covered calls, well, you got to find a good stock that you like in the first place. You find a good stock, and then you find out what the price is. Okay, the price is here. Then we look into the option chain. Lulu M, hi, how are you? Okay. You look into the option chain. If I'm buying it here and I'm selling here, that is called a covered call. Hitchwalla, never heard of Hitchwalla. Bro, I'm just saying, if they split, I'd try to take advantage of it. Oh, you know, Redneck, I see what you're saying. How are you? I am fine. All right. If they split, you try it. Well, when they split, I'd like to see what the numbers look like. Okay, I like it to go back closer to the book value, because getting closer to the book value, okay. Then they got to increase their dividends, because right now the dividends are only giving 0.5% for the year. What the hell would I want to do with 0.5% per year? I get a little queasy getting 0.5% per week. Okay, what's the best affordable dividend stock? Ford. Great singer. Woohoo! Actually, I'm not that good of a singer. Oh, Phil, I'm going to ignore you because O is horrible. What do you think about Rivian? They haven't been around for 20 years. It's a no. Grady Brooks, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Okay. I'm not quite sure you mean by that, but all right. Darbin Lee, MasterCard. Only if you're part of the wealthiest Americans. Most of us aren't. You're absolutely right. How old am I? Has nothing to do with anything, but I am 60 years old. Tax only applies to high income earners. You do realize, Jim, okay? Never seen The Dark Knight. Okay, well, around midnight or 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, go outside. It's dark at night. Ukraine needs the money, bro. Ukraine does not need my money. Trust me, okay? If you actually seen, yeah, I get that. Okay, now I'm all for helping people. Really, I am. I get that. I'm all for helping people. But I would like to see the tally sheet. I would like to see where the hell the money went. There's no possible way those bureaucrats over in Ukraine just happened to find all that money. Never mind, don't get me started on politics. I just, no. Nope, that's not true. All right, I have no idea what we're talking about, Miguel. Okay, now, when Kamala comes on stage and says she wants to tax unrealized gains, that makes me quake in my shoes. No thanks. You're wrong on the unrealized cap gains. It's only for 100 million or more net worth people. Steve, you poor, what do we call it? Misled sheep. Okay? Now, as I recall, if you do your history, income tax originally was only for the rich people. Well, who's paying the income tax now? Well, the poor people are. Are the rich people paying income tax? No, because they know how to hide their money. Darblingly, I know MA is MasterCard. That's great to tax those gains if you have not made. Pure socialism. Yep, that's what it is, Johnny. Greg, better than our democracy falling apart under Trump. Oh my God, Greg, don't start. At the point we won't have any gains anyway. Yep. Okay. Harris plan to tax only applies. Yeah. That's how they stuck. Okay. No more politics, because apparently you guys don't read your history. Where the hell are we? All right. ExxonMobil is looking ready to swing trade. Unrealized tax gains are for those. Okay. Level life, you really got to read your history, dude. Okay? If you read your history, you will find the federal income tax was originally for rich people. Who's paying it now? Everybody but the rich people. Okay? So don't give me that crap. And let's get away from politics. Because I don't like talking politics, especially when you spew out something where I know for a fact you haven't been doing your study in your history. History is history. You can't change it just because you want to remove some statues and you want to remove some buildings and you want to take some words out of our dictionary. Don't give me that shit. I don't want to hear it. I like the medieval era. All right. I'm going to go to prison when I retire. Hey, Johnny. Free room and board. There's a good one, and it's on the list. Yep. Level life start out that way, then the next thing you know, yep, exactly. I'm retiring from prison soon. Cool beans. That's why we need oh my God, Johnny. Okay, Johnny, I have a really good question for you. You want communism? Great. I'm all for it. However, who decides who gets the houses on the beaches and who gets the houses in the slums? If it's communism and everybody shares, well, if I'm living in a slum and I want to move to the the beaches in Hollywood or in California, who gets them? Communism is everybody shares everything and everybody is equal. What are we going to do? Tear down all those beautiful mansions on Hollywood Boulevard and all those beautiful mansions on the beaches on, what was that? On Pacific Highway 5? Okay, I've seen some really beautiful, awesome houses. Under communism, what are you going to do? Tear them all down and put up, what do you call them? Communal housing? Yeah, no. Communism doesn't work. Do your history. Bill, not sticking up for Kamala, but, okay, I understand. Oh, boy. How do you feel about Apple stock? Let's get back. I like when you talk politics. Simone, no, you don't. You only like it because you agree with because it's common sense. I like common sense. Okay? Socialism and what do you call that other one? Communism. It sounds good in theory, but it just doesn't work. Because you have a Lamborghini costs $100,000 and you got a piece of shit Volkswagen Rabbit, 20, 30 years old. Who decide who gets what? Communism is supposed to be fairness for everybody. What are you going to do? Get rid of everything? There's a country, I forget which one it was, but they made a car, the exact same car, for 47 consecutive years. So a brand new car part would fit on a car 47 years old because they're the exact same, didn't change anything. So who decides? Okay? Communism doesn't work. Greg, please stop it. I don't want to talk politics. Get a shot of Crown Royal. Believe it or not, I don't drink that hard stuff. I want to be an inmate. Free room and board. Johnny, I'm agreeing with you. Free room and board, free health care. I don't have to mow the lawn. I don't have to trim the hedges. I don't have to paint the roof. I don't have to do the plumbing. I don't have to do shit. It would be great. Free room and board. I can read books and watch TV all day long. Yep, and healthcare. Can't forget that. Spreading Trump's messaging. All fear based on half-truths and lies. Greg, love it. I love it when people don't actually read history and get their information from corrupt people. What platform broker do you use? I use Thinkorswim, and I also use Robinhood. You're totally wrong on the unrealized cap gains. Steven, I wish it was true. I really do wish you were right. But check your history, okay? They start out saying one thing, and then one year after another, it slowly changes. Check out the original, what do you call that? The original proposal for the income tax. It was supposed to be for the rich people only. Who's paying freaking income tax now? Everyone but the rich people. Please, do some research, dude. Quit the shit, really. Level Life 1, I heard that too. NDRA for $400. Johnny, tell him what he's won. RDNA for $400. NDRA. What the heck is NDRA? Yeah, no options. It's below $1. Hell no. How can you possibly think NDRA has 20 years of increased dividends? Hello, anybody here from New York City? There's a lot of people from New York. I sold 10% of my NVIDIA stock at 130. I'm still holding remaining shares. Hope that it will... Okay. Cagdala, my frate. Yeah. Okay, what? Is the rule of thumb is never buy on red day. Do you think we will get to those tonight? Yeah, people kept asking stupid questions. Bro is like behind 100 messages. Yep, I am. All right, Charlo. What about the other chat? Yeah. I might just skip a whole bunch of these and just, keep on continuing. Not sticking up for Kamal. Yep, okay. How do I feel about Apple stock? Yep, whatever. All right, what platform we use? We did that one. Dump. Hello, everyone. Blah, 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 blah. Getting closer and closer. Discord. Yep, I do have a Discord. Bro is behind. Yep. Yeah, the other chat is driving me nuts. They keep coming up with these weird languages. I have no idea what they are. Okay, MasterCard. Darben Lee wants to take a look at MasterCard. Okay, sorry, Darben Lee. It's going to be a no for this week. I like MasterCard. Don't get me wrong. Look where it is. It's at the high of the year. I never buy at the high of the year. I wait for it to come down. Look at here. She went up, she pulled back. This is where I want to buy. She went up, she pulled back. That's where I want to buy. She went up, she pulled back. This is where I want to buy. I don't want to buy up here. I don't want to buy at the high because I'm waiting for it to go someplace it's never been before. Sheep don't have any unrealized gain. Yeah, probably. At what dollar amount should I get professional guidance? Son of Magnus, professional guidance. Now, Son of Magnus, what I'm doing here, okay, what I'm doing here is I'm showing you a simple, safe, predictable, and consistent trading strategy that I created for my 9-year-old daughter in 2008. Okay, do you remember 2008 when everything went to crap? All right, well, anyway, she wanted to trade just like her dad was doing. So I had to come up with a trading strategy. Now, for a 9-year-old, it had to be simple, it had to be safe, it had to be predictable and consistent, and no way that she could lose. So in order to do that, I had to come up with 5 rules that my daughter had to stick to. 1, never buy something you don't understand. 2, never sell at a loss. 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. What do I mean by consistently profitable? Well, if they have 20 years of increased dividends, they go right past reading all those quarterly reports. I don't have to look at them because a dividend is a portion of the profits that go directly to the investors. And if that increases every year, logic tells me, okay, logic and common sense, if they're consistently increasing their dividends, well, if the dividend is a portion of the profits. Carlotta, trust me, personally, pay attention to me. I want to support you. Carlotta, are you the same Carlotta that does tax strategist? It would be great if you are, because I've been trying to get a hold of you. Okay, so again, what was it again? Rule number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold. Never buy something you don't understand. 2, never sell at a loss. Make sure the company is consistently profitable. Weekly options are a must. I want weekly income. And 5, make sure the numbers work. What do I mean by the numbers? Well, what am I buying it for? What kind of strike price is closest to the purchase price that I just paid? And what is that paying? What is the premium? Is that premium 1%? Those are the numbers. Then, what is the chart telling me? Well, the chart's telling me here it's at the high. No thanks. I don't care how nice the numbers look. I don't want to buy at the high because then I'm waiting for it to go higher. And it's like you never know when it's going to go higher. Okay? I like buying after a dip because that's what happens. If you buy here at 440, now it's at 480, well, that's a $40 increase. That's a 10% increase. You got people like me say, hey, I'm out here, thank you for the money, and I'm waiting for the next one. Okay, Carlotta, great, love to chat with you, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Carlotta just got the number 2. Thank you, Carlotta. Became number 3. Okay, well. Ask the what the Boston Tea Party was. Well, the Boston Tea Party was they were bitching and moaning about a 2% tax. 2% tax. They bitched and moaned about it, and that's how the whole revolution started because we got fed up with a 2% tax. Look where we are now. Okay? You think the federal government's on your side? Hell no. 2, I get taxed 44 on the value then and raise the rent. Yeah, I get that. Son of Magnus, at what dollar amount in my retirement and brokerage account should I get professional guidance? Okay, Son of Magnus, I can't answer that question for you. I'm not a professional anything. I'm a professional pain in the ass, that my mother will tell you. My ex-wife will tell you the same thing. Okay? So I have a driver's license. That's the only license I have. Okay? I just go by the numbers of what I'm looking at and what I taught my 9-year-old daughter to do. Now, if a 9-year-old little girl can understand the concept of a good quality company, a covered call, which is, by the way, one of the safest trading strategies there is. You're buying a good quality stock and then you're selling it to someone else and collecting a premium. Son of Magnus, never learn this yourself. No one is taking my beach house. Under communism, okay, everybody everything is shared equally. Okay, so how do they do the beach houses? What do they just rotate? I don't know. Good night and God bless, William. All righty. Son of Magnus, I'm a redneck. That's what I think, but still get worried I may miss something. Okay. Dave, block them. This is about stocks. Dave, I agree with you 100%, Dave. Really do. Charlo, you have to watch out for Bubba and Black Swan. Yeah. Honestly, if I had a real lot of money, I'd do this with like $1 million and put the rest. Okay, creator, blah, blah, blah. History says, whatever. Dave, I agree. Uh-oh. Dave, I agree, but sometimes it's good to have detours. Okay. I like SPY. Okay. And do outside of the money covered calls at month. Okay. Do I speak Russian? Kagdala, Bajalsta. Yeah, no, I don't. James, the SPY plan is if I had millions. Okay. Share the education. F everyone else. Your name, please. My name is right up there. Ah, is James the man. All right. Do you have a career in finance? No. I admittedly tell you guys this every night. I know jack shit about finance, but I do know how to read. This is the high. Okay? That's simple. Here's the bottom. Look, it went up, it came down. It went up, it came down. It went up. It's right here right now. I can read this right here, 483. All right, here it's at over 483. Okay, what's the 483? Well, the closest one is the 482. And that's going for 590. And I know that 590 is more than 1% of 483. And that's what I'm looking for. It's simple math. Okay? 590 is more than 483. That's my 1%. But look, it's at a high. I don't buy at the high because I don't want it to go. No, I just don't. All I day trade is buy options. Well, good for you. I don't do that at all. Botched and moaned. Way to go, Johnny. Okay, hey, Mesh, you want to take a look at Dollar Tree, DLTR? DLTR. Whoa, what the hell happened there? I want to take a look at this. Okay. All right, I'm going to shut down YouTube because these guys are just pissing me off.